This week we're looking at dinner party desserts, incredible show-stopping puddings that are perfect for the third course of any meal. Eric goes all cutting edge with our bake club, experimenting with molecular gastronomy, including rhubarb full shots and a raspberry symphony, complete with dry ice and the whole Heston look. The quick bake is the addictively sweet Chocolate Honeycomb Squares, perfect for a party. And he takes inspiration from classic British desserts, creating a centrepiece for a spectacular 50th anniversary party in London's Mayfair.
I've got to say that the cake looks great. I've got to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Turn the oven on.
Our bake club today are colleagues who all work in marketing and buying for Sainsbury's, so they know their food.
The idea of the Home Baking Club, I think, came about as part of my day-to-day job, because when I was looking at doing this event in store, we looked at a lot of statistics and whatnot, and one of the emerging trends seemed to be that a lot of people were forming these baking clubs. And I just thought, what a great idea. So I sort of sent a group email out. Of course, some people just emailed me back straight away, not interested. But there was a few mad people that decided it'd be a great idea, and here we are.
Looks like a cappuccino at the minute.
Yeah, coffee.
I'm a real foodie and I love food, but home baking is something that I've not done a great deal of.
We're all quite competitive people, so there is that fun element of turning up and finding out who prefers which recipe each week, but it's all quite light-hearted.
Just check those bubbles again, Mark.
It's just like work, isn't it? You three telling me what to do all the time.
Keep an eye on you.
I get quite a bit of stick because I'm the guy within the group, but it's great. It gives me a bit of chance to give a bit of banter back, and yeah, it's brilliant.
It's a really nice way to spend time socially, baking and do the things that we love, but coincidentally, we do it for a living as well.
It'd be really, really amazing if Eric gave us a really good rating, just because we're all quite new to it, but we're all quite ambitious, so we've been quite ambitious today. Oh my God! We wanted to do something a bit more inspired and sophisticated, so that's been a big risk for us, so it'd be good to see if that pays off.
Well done.
Their dinner party dessert is an Earl Grey flavoured mousse on a genoise sponge wrapped in dark chocolate. Today's quick bake is a fuss-free chocolate fridge cake, perfect to hand round at the end of a dinner party. It's a honeycomb and chocolate cake.
Okay, this one is probably the fastest one of all the quick bake, because actually there is no baking. It's a fridge cake, and I call it Chocolate Honeycomb Squares. So I got some milk chocolate, some golden syrup. So I'm just gonna weigh 200 grams of milk chocolate. I mean, this is not really a cake or a dessert, you know, this is more like a treat.
Add 3 tablespoons of golden syrup and 100 grams of butter to the chocolate in the saucepan.
So I know you're gonna think it's probably quite funny to have the pan straight on the stove, because you got the butter and the golden syrup with the chocolate, and if you keep an eye on it and if you're still stirring, it's not going to burn. So, okay, so it's all melted and combined together, and you can see the smooth texture, almost like fudge. We're going to add some digestive biscuit to it, 225 grams. So biscuit in a bag. And it's time to do some bashing with your rolling pins. So we're just going to break them in chunky pieces. And the next main ingredient is the chocolate-coated honeycombs, 225 grams as well. And with a large knife, I'm just going to chop them in pieces. So folding all the sweets in the mixture, but I'm going to add now all the biscuits.
Butter a square tin and put a baking sheet at the bottom.
And we're just gonna fill with the crumbly mixture. I'm just building up as high as I can. And we're gonna give it a good press using a big metal spoon.
Put the pressed down mixture into the fridge to set for at least an hour. For the decoration, melt 50 grams of white chocolate and 50 grams of milk chocolate.
Okay, so that's gonna melt nicely and gently. And in the meantime, I'm gonna cut a few more digestive biscuits. And I'm gonna chop a few of the leftover sweets. You could drizzle the chocolate on the top by using a teaspoon, but to get a nice professional look, it's best to use a pepper cornet. So using your fingers, just roll it to make the pepper cornet like this. Okay, so the chocolate's melted, and the white one. Time to bring the cake out of the fridge. Okay, so it's nice on set. You can see it's almost rock solid. Just gonna spoon some milk chocolate on top and just quickly spread evenly around.
To add a nice crunchy topping, more biscuits and sweets are broken up.
Time to do our drizzling using the pepper cornet. So we're just gonna fill them with milk chocolate first, cut the end. And I'm gonna repeat the operation with the white chocolate.
The cake is put back in the fridge to let the decoration set. Being cold will help pull the cake from the baking paper.
Okay, so this is all set now. Okay, and you can see in the inside all the lovely bits and pieces from the actual sweets and biscuits. They are so moreish, so rich and sweet. I'm just gonna pile them up on a plate, and I'm sure they're gonna disappear very quickly.
Our bake club, who all work together at a leading supermarket, have arrived at Eric's.
Good morning, good morning. Coming in, go in.
Thank you.
They're keen to find out what he thinks of their dinner party dessert.
This is the kitchen where we're going to play later on. Yes. What have you made today?
We've made Earl Grey dark chocolate mousse cake. And here we go. Da. Da, da, da.
Wow.
What do you think?
You did push the button.
Yeah.
We tried.
Very smart. Well, OK, so description, ingredients?
Yeah, so there's a disc of butter genoise at the bottom, and then a mousse, an Earl Grey mousse, and then it's wrapped in dark chocolate.
Well, I mean, presentation-wise, you know, it looked amazing. I mean, you know, that's like a restaurant standard, really. So it was good. So I'm just gonna grab the fork.
Eric's about to give the supermarket bake club marks out of 10. Will they be promoted to the boardroom or stuck back on the checkouts?
Come on, the suspense is killing.
Are you ready for my verdict? Presentation look amazing for a homemade dessert, and I would be happy to have that served in a restaurant. I think you definitely need something with it because it's quite rich.
Yeah.
As on its own as it is. Are you ready for your score?
Yeah, we're ready.
Right. So if you look at the screen just in front of you, 1, 2, 3. Here we are. So no tears.
No,
Exactly.
no.
Tears of joy.
We'll stay
Room
for
for
the day.
improvement, that's fine.
How will the supermarket bake club cope when Eric shows them how to serve up the ultimate in dinner party desserts? There is another rather important party going on in London's Mayfair. It's the Jumeirah Carlton Tower's 50th birthday party. When it was first built in 1961, it was the tallest hotel in London. And Eric's been asked by Derek Picot, the general manager, to make a cake to celebrate.
Police anyway, on that side. And really, I've got an idea, you know, that really probably what I'm thinking about is to have a cake which reflects the shape of the hotel, because this was the unique thing. It was all about being 18 stories high and the tallest building in London and all that stuff. Have you ever done a cake which had been tall like that, you know, like the celebration of the Eiffel Tower, or...?
We've done cakes on the shape of a building before and towers. I mean, That's not very innovative. The only worried about the shape of your hotel, with all respect, I think it will look like a box. I will probably try to, you know, divert you to maybe something a bit more, maybe original and different, and will probably bring a bit of a wow factor. I will come back with some ideas to you, obviously, and pass it on to you.
Nothing too racy.
No, nothing too racy, absolutely no.
This could be a case of great minds don't think alike. The hotel has, after all, been part of the London skyline for 50 years. But Eric takes his inspiration from the period the hotel opened, in the 1960s.
I mean, obviously, the 60s were not the greatest time for British food and British cooking. So we're going to try to get some inspiration from it. But we're not going to go too far, because obviously we want to impress them. It's going to be mostly visual, trying to keep a bit on the style of the dessert they had at the time. So we got 7 different desserts we're serving tonight. I'm making a kind of exotic trifle with raspberry, meringue, vanilla cream, and we're going to have a pipette on the top with injecting pure mango coulis. We're going to get a fusion creme brulee, baked Alaskas, the little passion fruit soufflés, and we got Ravier here with the blueberry on the vanilla cannelé. And just to clean the palate, we got some fresh strawberry tart. So, should be quite good.
Eric wasn't keen to recreate the building, but has designed a tower of individual 1960s-inspired desserts.
I hope they're going to be impressed, but you know, you never know. So I'm always very anxious, and I can tell you at the moment my stomach is like this. And in this case, you know, I took them a completely different direction than the brief. You know, the brief was a building. It was fine, but, you know, but a lot of cake makers can do it, you know, and a building is a building at the end. So I managed to convince them to go a completely different way, something a bit more fun, and it's not tacky, you know, it's going to be something different, a centerpiece. And I hope people are going to go in and they're going to look and just go like, I'm going to pick that one.
I'm delighted that you're all here to start some of our celebrations for the 50th year of our birthday.
Okay, it's party time, and it's time for a verdict. I'm going to try to find Derek, catch him before he starts to mingle with all the guests, and see what he really thinks about my creation. Exactly the man I wanted to see.
Oh, yeah. Maestro, it's good to see. I think it's fantastic. I mean,
okay.
yeah, you had the concert.
I'm glad you like it.
It was really beautiful.
Yeah. So, cheers to a great party, and to the
Congratulations.
to the next 50 years.
I've got to say that the cake looks great. I've got to congratulate you.
Oh,
I can't describe this cake to you. I've been waiting all night for this cake, and it's as good as it looks.
Well, I have to say, after all the, the stress and the long hours, and my biggest worry was Derek, to be honest, because he commissioned that cake. The success is what you're seeing happening now. It's everybody's gathering around the table. They're all going like, well, which one should I take? And people are eating, they're laughing, they're happy about it. And Derek is happy about it. Success.
Yeah, I think he's not bad. He could almost take it up professionally, you know.
It's time for the Supermarket Bake Club Dinner Party Masterclass.
I'm ready for you in my kitchen, so if you want to come over.
Eric has a surprise for him.
I thought because you did an individual dessert, I think that's what we're going to do as well. We're going to play with a plated dessert, so to see how we can finish them and make them to look. Yours was lacking a little bit of zhuzhing on the plate. So actually, the theme of today is molecular gastronomy. So our dessert menu for today is a little shot. It's a rhubarb full with rhubarb caviar on the top. So we're going to start with the raspberry symphony. We have to make 2 mixtures. It was going to have to cool down. The first one we're going to do is the one with base with the raspberry coulis. So that's done, by just pressing some fresh raspberry through a fine sieve. I'm describing them as raspberry pearl, but it's called reverse spherifications. So we're going to do some little bubble with a thin membrane on the outside. On the inside, it will just be the pure coulis.
The Bake Club adds sugar syrup for sweetness, which is equal quantities of sugar and water reduced.
So I need 15 grams of calcium lactate. I just love the color of the raspberries. And 3 grams of the xanthan gum.
The calcium lactate and xanthan gum will bind the coulis together.
We need to make a bath for our raspberry pearls. Don't ask, I will show you when it's all ready.
The bath is made up of water, unsurprisingly, caster sugar and sodium. The coulis has been reduced and is sieved. The bath is on. As it heats up, the sugar and sodium is dissolved.
We're just gonna leave those 2 mixtures to cool down nice and gently here. Not in the fridge, because remember they are both packed with gums and gelatin and things, so we don't want them to set completely.
Next, the raspberry tarts.
And it's your lucky day because the chef back at the kitchen made them for you this morning.
Oh, that's nice.
So, a plate each. And feel free to place it where you want on your plate. You have to be creative.
The tarts are filled with a simple mixture of mascarpone cheese and vanilla sugar and decorated with fresh raspberries.
You definitely left me all the offcuts, haven't you?
Okay, so I got our main ingredients, double cream. And someone's gonna have to whip it in a minute. And we want it to be whisked to a soft peak. We all know about vanilla pods. You know about that, you're selling it. You know about vanilla extract. You know about that awful product, vanilla flavor. But have you seen before pure vanilla seed and pure vanilla powder? So we're gonna put a teaspoon of each inside.
Pressure's on now, isn't it?
The vanilla seeds and powder are added and the cream is whisked into soft peaks, though Mark's technique leaves a bit to be desired.
What you really want to do is to bring a lot of hair inside, so you really need to do, I'll show you. Really lift the product and put as much hair as possible. There, you can see that's nice and a bit sloppy, that's what we want. So.
As well as the raspberry coulis mixture, the Bake Club prepare a rhubarb version of the recipe, which is once again reduced and left to cool. The thickened coulis goes at the bottom of the shot glass for the rhubarb fool. The whipped vanilla cream is then added.
Have you tried it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, come on.
I know.
That's the whole joy about baking, is to try the ingredients as you go along.
Beautiful.
The rhubarb mixture is now injected into the vegetable oil to create rhubarb caviar.
So we're going to make our caviar. This is nice and cold. You can see it's starting to settle as well. And yes, it's time to use my big syringes. So the next ingredient is some chilled, very chilled vegetable oil.
Time to reveal what the thickened coulis and bath are for.
Wow, look at that.
That looks amazing. It looks really well. So sweet.
So you can see our lovely caviar pearls.
They look beautiful. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to make rhubarb caviar.
Let's see what's happening.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Cute.
Try to do a perfect pearls. That's it. This one is a bit better.
The raspberry pearls are put on the plate. The Bake Club have watched all afternoon, but it's now time for them to create their own dessert.
It should be okay, I think.
We're doing all right.
I don't think we are, or at least I'm not. Oh, of course you do realise we... Because we've got to use that to get it out.
Oh,
No, it has.
A little bit.
It's cool.
What's that smell?
Eric has made them an apple pie as a surprise, complete with flaming sorbet and dry ice. But not as surprising as the mad scientist look. So the food looks amazing, but how does it taste?
Wow, that is amazing.
Now we know all where all that hard work goes.
Exactly. So I'm just going to raise my glass and just say a big thank you. Congratulations again about your 7 this morning, and you know, been so keen to work on the molecular gastronomy dessert.
Thank you. That was brilliant.
Thank you for a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Cheers.
Cool.